What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the Wolfbox all-in-one 3000 amp jump starter with air compressor. Taking a look at some of the specs, this has a 3000 amp jump starter, a 160 psi air compressor, a 16,000 milliamp power bank, and a bright 400 lumen LED light. Alright, so taking a look inside the box, everything comes inside of this nice carrying case, which has a zipper on it. As you can see inside, you have a lot of storage space, and then you also have space right here to store cables and other accessories for the unit. And inside the case, you get the user manual, your jump starter cable, a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, your hose for the inflator, different attachments to use with the inflator, and then last but not least, you have the actual device itself. So taking a look at the device itself, this is definitely a very nice looking unit. I've owned a few of these in the past where it looked kind of bulky and generic, but as you can see, this one has a nice and modern look to it. Again, this has many devices built into one, so instead of having a jump starter, an inflator, a power bank, and an LED light separately, which is going to take a lot more storage space and be a lot more to carry and maintain, with this you get everything all packed into one very compact unit. So right here you have your power button. Turning this on, this is where you have your LED screen up top. I'll go over this throughout the video with the different functions that it has. You have your buttons right here. You have some vents at the side with the logo. On the top left, this is where you plug in your jump starter cable. And then on top, this is where you plug in the inflator hose. Right here, you have your power bank USB ports. You have a DC output that can do 15 volts up to 10 amps. And then right here, you also have your LED light as well. All right, so starting off with the jump starter, this has a 16,000 milliamp battery and a peak current of 3,000 amps. So this can start a completely dead 12-volt battery in vehicles up to a 8-liter gas engine or 6-liter diesel engine. So despite being very compact, this is a very powerful unit. So if you haven't used one of these before, let me go ahead and show you how this works. So right here I have my Can-Am Riker. I've been busy with work, so I haven't rode it in at least a year by now. I always say I'm going to put it on the charger. I always forget. So as you can see, as I switch it on, the battery is dead. It turns on for a brief second, but that's about it. All right, so I have the engine compartment open. Right here you have the alligator connectors that plug in here at the side, and as soon as you plug it in, it'll turn on the machine. And as you can see right here, it has lights for correct and reverse, and this is reverse polarity detection. So when you hook these up, you're supposed to go red to red, black to black. But if you accidentally hook them up the wrong way, that won't be a problem. It won't damage your battery or anything like that. It'll just light up and tell you that it's connected wrong. All you gotta do is switch it around and then you'll be good to go. And as you can see right here, it has a boost button. So if your battery is somewhat dead, then you don't need to push that. But if your battery is completely dead, that's where you want to push that button so it can give you some extra juice going out to your battery. In this case, my battery is completely dead, as I just showed you, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. But first, let me go ahead and get these hooked up. All right, so I got it connected. As you can see, it's telling me that the polarity is correct. I went ahead and turned on the boost as well. Once you push that, you'll hear a little click noise. Let's go ahead and try this again. I forgot I had to push the brake while I started it, so I had to come around the other side, but let's see. And there we have it. From a completely dead battery, all I had to do was leave it connected, wait about 5 seconds or so it can charge it a little, and now it's started back up, no problem at all. This battery is completely dead and I probably need to replace it by now, but very impressive that it was able to start that up very quick and easy as well. As I just said, the bike was completely dead, so I'm gonna leave that running for a little bit. But looking at the specs, this can actually jumpstart a vehicle 30 to 40 times all from a single charge. It can operate down to -4 Fahrenheit, and it's also water resistant with an IP64 rating. As I said earlier, this is a very light and compact unit, so unlike the old bulky jump starters, this can be used by anyone, young or old, very easily. All right, let's go ahead and test out the inflator portion of this. This has a powerful motor that can inflate up to 160 psi. So this can inflate anything from a bike tire all the way up to a tire on a pickup truck. Then of course, besides tires, you can also inflate balls and other inflatable objects as well. So as you can see right here, I have the cable connected, and by default, it fits on a regular car tire. But if you need to inflate anything else, as I showed you earlier, you do have these different attachments here as well. So taking a look at how this works, right up here, you have a button to change from bar, PSI, KPA, and KG. I'm gonna leave it on PSI. Right here in the middle, you have a mode button, so you could change it from different presets for car, motorcycle, bike, and a ball. Or then of course, you can also put your own custom value. And right up here, you have a button for your flashlight, which I'll show you in a little bit. And then down here, you have your minus and positive for the PSI set value, and then your start button in the middle. So these are supposed to be inflated at 25 PSI. As you can see right now, they're at 20 PSI. So all I gotta do is set the value that I want, click start, and it's automatically going to inflate and stop at that set value. So unlike the old inflators where you gotta hold down a button and watch the little gauge and kind of turn it off where it properly inflates, this one, all you gotta do is set that value, push start, and you can walk away and it's gonna stop all on its own. So let me go ahead and get this inflated. That worked very, very quickly. This is surprisingly much faster than other inflators that I have, but this was maybe 5 seconds at the most to inflate it 5 PSI more. So definitely a very impressive speed. And even though I just jump started the motorcycle and inflated one tire, I still have a completely full battery. And when it comes to the battery life on the inflator alone, this can inflate up to 25 car tires all on a single charge. So definitely a good size battery in this unit. So as I just mentioned a while ago, this also has a built-in light, and this is a bright 400 lumen light. It may not look that bright on camera because right now it is daylight, but you have high mode, SOS, and strobe mode. So having this on this unit is definitely a very handy feature. This way, if it's night out and you get a flat tire, all you gotta do is use this light and you can easily see what you're doing and hook up the hose just like that. Same thing if you have a dead battery, go ahead and lay this in the engine compartment. This is gonna go ahead and light everything up very easily so you can see what you're doing in there as well. And as I just said, you also have a strobe and SOS mode. So if you do run into a situation where you have to work on your car at the side of the road, you can go ahead and leave that on. This way you have more visibility and safety while you're there working on the vehicle. So a lot of jump starters out there just have a slow USB-A port, but this one is actually a very capable power bank that can charge a lot more than just a phone. So right under here, you have a 65 watt USB-C port. And so far, this is the fastest I've seen on any jump starter. And this is also a two-way port as well. So you can charge the jump starter with up to 65 watts. Then it can also output 65 watts from that same port as well. And then right over here, you also have a quick charge 3.0 USB-A port. So like I just said, with most other jump starters, you're not going to be able to charge any devices besides a cell phone. It's going to do that very slowly. But since this one has that 65 watt USB-C port, you can actually charge a full-size laptop from this. And you can charge from both of these ports at the same time as well. So while you're charging the MacBook, you can also go ahead and plug in your cell phone and charge that at the same time. 65 watts is a good amount of charging power. So besides a laptop, you're also going to be able to charge a tablet, phone, camera, portable game console, and much more as well. Overall, this is definitely a great car essential to have. It's one of those things you won't need all the time, but if you get a low tire or dead battery, that's when you'll be thankful to actually have it with you. If I'm close to home, then I typically won't worry about this too much. But if I'm going further away or leaving home for a few days, that's when a jump starter like this 100% gets put on my packing list, as you never know when you go to start your car just to find out that the battery's dead. So once again, definitely a great product to have, and I would highly recommend getting it for your vehicle or even a gift for friends or family as well. All in all, definitely a great jump starter, and if you would like to purchase or get more information, I'll also have the link in the description as well. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.